Hi, I'm so happy to see you here. Welcome to my channel. And today we're gonna do something very exciting for the Christmas holiday festive season. We will be making ornaments together. They're super cute and adorable, so we'll be making these today. These I made for my grandparents as a Christmas gift because I remember last year I went to my grandparents to see them for Christmas, gifted them store-bought Christmas card. The look on my grandpa's face when he was like, "Did you make this?" And I was like, "No." It was so disappointing, so I do not want to see that disappointment again. I know they love and appreciate handmade gifts, so that's why this year I decided to make something very special for them. As well, this pattern you can grab in the link below this video. And yes, let's make some handmade ornaments. You can make them for yourself or as a very cute Christmas gift. Let's get started. These are the fabrics I got from Charlotte's Audume. I ordered a few of these. So this was the last piece, but it's perfect for a small DIY project as this. I'll cut a few from this gray gingham fabric and this beautiful red. It's beautiful gold. It's even written old gold. So I'll be using this somewhere. I also got these. I'll be hand stitching these to a few of the ornaments, perhaps, maybe not. I'll see. I don't have any plan. I'm just like thinking as I'm going, so I'll just let my creativity flow. And then I just have some saved up bows. So cute. I got this one in Italy. This one as well I got in Italy. I'm not sure I'm going to be using all of these, but we will see. The ornaments. The sewing pattern you can find in the link below this video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is fold our fabric with the right sides together. Once it's lined up, take your pattern piece and place it right on top. Make sure you outline all the way around the pattern as accurately as possible. You can use a pen or pencil, whatever you have on hand. Since this is just an ornament and doesn't need to be washable, I'm using a gel pen. After you trace the shape, go ahead and cut it out. But remember to leave a seam allowance. When you're cutting the seam allowance, don't worry about following the exact curves or details of the shape. You can just cut around it more loosely. We'll be making small, precise cuts in the seam allowance later, so it doesn't need to be perfect at this stage. Make sure to clearly outline the shape of your ornament pattern. We'll be stitching exactly on the lines you draw. So the clearer and more precise your outline is, the better your finished ornament will look. Really take your time with this step. Good outlining makes stitching much easier. A while ago, I did print out these logos in my local copy shop. You can do that as well. Just ask them to put whatever you'd like on the transfer paper and they will do it. Explain that you want to transfer this onto the fabric or bow and they will know what to do with the heat. So I was thinking to make the ornaments more special, more personalized. For some of them, I will add this bow over it, and I was thinking to add my logo on it, so to make it more cute. I will show you how we can do it with the iron just in a second. So you can transfer whatever you like, either on a bow, as I will do in this case, or you can do it directly on the ornament fabric that you will use. So since this is left side where we did the outline, I'm going to transfer it on the right side because I wanted to show from the right side. You can do it directly on the fabric or the bow, however you like. So make sure to iron the side where it's smooth. So this side, as you can see, there's like 3D effects. So make sure not to iron this side because it's going to get stuck to your iron. So you just place it directly the way you would like to see it. And then you go over with the iron. Make sure to go a few times to like really get it stuck on there, so the heat works its magic. Like this is just one of the examples that you could do for your ornaments. It's not mandatory. You can even use a hand stitch if you like and stitch some nice name of a person on there or something else. So we went a few times over it with the iron, so I hope it's stuck nicely. We will see in a second. Beautiful. It worked perfectly. I think this will be such a nice personalized touch to the ornaments. And you can do the same directly on any ornament that you like. Should I put it like this or like, oh sorry, the opposite side, or like this? I think here it's not enough space, so I'll just do it like this instead. So it's directly in the middle. So cute. I absolutely love it. You can also write handmade with love, or you can write the person's name that you want to gift it to. To get these printed on this transfer paper was not expensive at all by any means, so I think that's such a great idea to make it more cute. Here I have cut out all of the shapes from different types of fabrics. All the different shapes, different colors. And now we can get to the fun part, the customization and making the ornaments truly yours and the way you want them to be. So one of the designs that I will do is with my personalized touch. I'm gonna leave it just as so. Make sure whatever designs you do them on the right sides of the fabric. For the hearts, I decided that I also did transfer here on the white fabric, my design. I will mix them up and I will use a different fabric for the different hearts. So this will be on the gray one, and then I'll use the white over here. And here I will use the gray one. Before we move on to sewing, we do need to do a couple more things. We have to insert the loop where the ornaments are gonna hang from. So what you want to do is just kind of create the loop as big as you want. You can make it wider or you can make it smaller. Make sure it's going inside and facing inwards. So you can either directly put it in the middle of the heart or more on the side, and yeah, make it the way you want it. I think I'm gonna leave it more onto the side. I think it's gonna make it look more cute. You might want to use a couple more pins here just to really get it the way you want it to be. I think so far we're good. And as well, what you do want to do is mark the opening that you're going to leave open to be able to insert the filling inside the ornament. You can do it again just with a pen or a pencil, however you like, and decide where you want the opening to be. The opening should be somewhere where it's going to be more easy to stitch afterwards. I'm going to do it directly somewhere here, let's say. You don't need too big opening, just enough to be able to pull the ornament inside out. So this place, we do not stitch. We leave it opened. Make sure to unpin the pin we use to pin the loop so it doesn't get stuck in the sewing machine once we stitch. For some ornaments, it's actually better to attach the loop after the ornament is fully stitched,
Just make sure the loop doesn't get trapped between the layers where we don't want it to be. Keep it out of the stitching line.
And once again, mark where you'd like to have this opening where you will not stitch. And over here, the opening, I think I will leave it somewhere here. You always need to think where it would be easier to like twist it right side out. You shouldn't leave the opening somewhere here where it's gonna be very difficult to pull it right side out. So yes.
When you stitch on the sewing machine, make sure to go really slow. Keep lifting the presser foot and twisting the fabric so you can follow the drawn line exactly. Take your time, keep lifting, turning, and guiding the fabric. That is exactly how you get a smooth, perfect shape, so take your time in this step. Be patient, and do back and forth stitching over the loop to really get it attached.
So we just stitched these ornaments. We left the opening open here to be able to turn it right side out. It was very difficult to get this corner, so don't worry if it's not perfect. Just go slowly, make sure to use a hand to help you and guide you, and keep going around with the fabric. Now what we have to do, I already did it for this heart, is cut into the seam allowance all around. So once we turn the ornaments right side out, they are beautiful. Just leave this part uncut so it's easier to stitch it afterwards. Make sure that you have very sharp scissors, so this makes the process a lot easier. So now that we have cut into the seam allowances all around these beautiful ornaments, we can turn them right side out through this opening that we have. You can use a pen or a pencil to help you. You can use a pen or a pencil to really get all those corners out and get that beautiful shape that we're looking for. I think they already look so cute. It is really important how deep and how close you make these small cuts, because it's going to determine how your ornament is going to look like once you turn it right side out, and how smooth it's going to create the outlines. So make sure to really carefully cut small cuts absolutely everywhere. We turn the ornaments right side out. Now we need to fill them up. You can either use the filling from the fabrics, tiny pieces that you cut out and you have left over. You can fill the ornaments with that, or you can use this, which is the filling, and fill them up. I'm gonna use this time the filling. You can cut it up in smaller pieces, and through the opening that we left, you can stuff the ornaments. Now that we have filled the filling as much as we want, we have to close this gap that we left open. And we can either do it with hand stitches if you prefer, or we can do it with the sewing machine instead. So I made these two designs and I'm going to show you how I did it. So we'll start with this one where the lace goes on both sides. I think it looks super adorable. What we need to do, we need to take the lace, and since it's going from the both sides, we need to cut it twice in the length of where we want it to be. However you like, but we're gonna do it for the top here. So you measure a little bit over the edges just to be sure. Here. And you do it once and you do it twice because it's going all the way around. And what you need to do is just place it in the middle. And make sure to leave the top edge kind of free so you can stitch it together and it doesn't get caught in. Or if it does, it's not too bad either. Just, yeah, put it more lower. Whatever design you want it to be shown from the right side, make sure you place it in between the ornaments. So whatever you want it to be showing, you just put it in the middle. Then we have to do the loop as well. And then you place the other piece on top. And you pin everything into place. And just to sew, don't forget to mark where you're going to leave the opening. So the opening will leave at the bottom, so it's easier. And this part, once again, will leave unstitched. And you just go all the way around carefully. And it's gonna come out looking like this. And for this one, we do exactly the same thing. It's just gonna be on one side. I do not like so much that this is hanging, so I decided I'm gonna stitch it with the sewing machine beforehand. So for this, what you need to do, on the right side, again, you measure the lace, how far you want it to be. Now we will stitch it onto the fabric with the sewing machine. Now it's not going to be hanging opened as it does here. I'm going to hand stitch it close to this one. And now you just place this on the top. Don't forget about the loop. So you put in the loop. You align the pieces. You pin them. And you will stitch all the way around. Once again, don't forget to mark the opening as well. And that's how you'll get this beautiful ornament as well. For this candy ornament, I want to make golden straps on it. So they go like this, like this, like this, like this. So what I will do, I will go ahead with the sewing machine and I will stitch them onto the right side. And now we'll go with the sewing machine and stitch directly on top of these bows. This is how it will look from the right side. Over here, I missed a little bit of the bow, but I don't think that changes a lot. This is how I want to design this candy king. I don't know how it's called actually. I just call it a loop. We do this and this. And stitch all around it. these two pieces are for the bow ornament. So the idea for the bow ornament is that this will shape the bow, the top piece, and this will tie around it, and it's gonna create the legs for it. So knowing that, the decorations that we can do is pretty much whatever you like and desire, but I think I will just stitch the golden line in between the both pieces, or maybe two next to each other, so once it's gathered it creates this beautiful cute look. So I will do that. So now we stitched these golden bows on the top. I have to sandwich them together, the pieces, and don't forget to insert the loop here. Like the opening to be, we'll leave it here and stitch all the way around. And this one we'll leave just as it is. We'll not do no decorations for this bow piece. So now we need to stitch all the way around over there. So now we just did stitch all the way around these ornaments. So for this one, I want to add just a little bit filling here at the ends, not too much. Just to get that little puff and weight at the very end. So the middle is empty, and then we have a little bit of filling at the edges. And for this one as well, we'll mostly put the filling on the outside corners. We need to close this opening gaps. So I close the gap with the sewing machine. This is how it looks like. Now what we need to do is wrap this around and tie it once, but very tightly. Cute little bow. As I'm filming this video right now, there is the very first snow, at least here in Latvia, for the first time, so take a look. So I made a few more of these. You can really get creative. I still need to close the openings here. I'm gonna do it by hand stitch. I just figured that's a lot easier to do these by hand stitching. For some of them, I did not insert the loop directly. For some of them, you can just do it from the outside, because in case you can't control too much where the loop is going to end up, so you might stitch it in here or in the neckline. So just to avoid those type of issues, I suggest then to attach the loop afterwards to just make your life much easier. For example, for the star as well, I decided to attach the loop afterwards, which I'm gonna do. Important to leave the openings somewhere where it's the widest part, so it's easier to turn it inside out. So I made a Christmas tree. Look at that, how cute is this one? Here I did insert a loop directly, but I had to like pin it from the outside to like really avoid it from getting caught into the seams on the sides. But you can do it afterwards as well, however you prefer and what works best for you. So now we'll just get to the creative part. I'm gonna close these openings. I'm gonna attach some of the beans. And if you enjoyed making these, please check out my website, eathesewingpatterns.com, for more sewing patterns. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed making these ornaments just as much as I did, and I hope you can make someone very happy with these. Handmade gifts are very, very thoughtful and special. So happy holiday season, and I'll see you in the next one.